Hey guys, welcome to a video on Bharat and Germany. My name is Bharat.
My name is Alina.
And in this video, we have a very juicy comment for you because this guy took a lot of time and effort to write this comment, but it had a lot of flaws that we want to discuss with you. And now, before we head into this video, I want to read the comment to you so that you have a better understanding what this comment is and you can see where this guy is coming from. Small feedback, I'm an IT engineer who works in India. First thing, if you're an IT guy, then you cannot code in German or in any other language other than English. So why is it necessary to learn German if all my clients and work is in English? Secondly, Germany portrays itself as a very welcoming and diverse country. How is it diverse if we have to forcefully learn German to survive in a country? If all the people in Germany are taught English in their school time and they are good at it, then I think so Germans should embrace other cultures and languages rather than enforcing their language on international students and people. Thirdly, it is not stupid if someone does not want to learn a new language because learning a new language is not easy from scratch. And if Germans want that people should learn their language, they need to become comfortable with the universal language of the world, that is English. This is absolute bullshit, first of all. Like, there is no universal language. Nobody defined that. And it's just like more people are speaking English right now because of the previous colonies of UK and so on than other way around. So that's a big flawed comment right there, but let me just finish it. Lastly, if Bharat as a German citizen, not by birth although, encourages and loves the German language and culture, should start making videos in German and do counseling of German students rather than Indians. All of your videos are in English and Hindi, make them in German. So I think this guy is absolutely unaware of my German channel, which is Brandeweiss Deutsch, Business und Finanzen. So if you guys haven't taken a look at that either, you can also check it out. Don't force them to learn German in name of culture and other things. Lastly, in India, you don't need to learn Hindi or any of the other 121 languages. That's why we don't have a national language, unlike Germany, to live in India, because we respect other languages. And if you know universal language English, then we don't judge you, unlike Germany, where you need to have B1 level German to get citizenship. This comment is just filled with absolute bullshit, because first of all, in India also, you have to learn the local languages if you want to work in any kind of place where you are having some kind of public dealing. I studied civil engineering. That means if I have to do any kind of construction supervision, I have to go to the sites and so on. I can only talk to the other architects or the people who are doing the labor work there in the local language. If I would be in South, I would be speaking one of the southern languages. If I'm in North, I would be speaking one of the northern languages. And it is not because of respect that English became the national language. A lot of it is coming from the colonial times when India was being ruled by the Britishers and most of the things were conducted in English. And now again, how do you combine such a big country with so many different languages and make people talk to each other? You choose a language which most of the people already know, which was English.
I think many people forget about immigration, that you don't have the birthright to stay in that country. You are immigrating in that country. That means you also have to follow the local rules. And I can say this because my family also immigrated to Germany, even though my mother's side of the family had the birthright to move to Germany. But still, we didn't know any German. And my whole family learned German. Even my grandparents in their 40s, they learned German. And now they can speak very good German. And I think that is absolutely necessary, absolutely respectful. They wouldn't have been able to work in Germany without German skills and build a life there. My grandparents own an apartment now. All of these things, in my opinion, wouldn't have been possible if they would have just said, okay, why should we get forced to learn German?
That's not even the point. So there are a few very wrong things here. So first of all, you could know a particular language, but if you move to a specific country, you generally have to understand the local laws there. English is not a universal language, another thing, and it is also not the national language in India, like this guy is stating essentially. And this is just a language which has been spoken by a lot of people. If you go to France, if you go to Spain, if you go to Brazil, if you go to Portugal, you will see the pain of those languages too, because you will have to learn those languages if you want to get anything done in the public authority sector, in most of the university studies and so on, and if you want to build a life for yourself. So this is not an issue just with Germany. Every single country has their national languages. If you want to move there, you have to learn the language.
In Germany, 95% of the people speak German. And yes, we learn English in school, but the school English which we learn is very, very, very bad. Because when in 11th grade, I went to the US and my English was super bad. I could barely communicate. I had to learn everything in the US. and only after that year my English was decent, still not perfect. So this comment of like Germans learn English in school and they speak good German, actually they don't. So most Germans, they don't speak good English. I feel like many university students do, because they also do like exchange semesters in probably English speaking countries, and or they practice English more. But I feel like normal people every day on the street, they will probably not speak the best English, and they will also prefer to rather speak German, their national language, than English, than like struggling to make sentences.
The same is true in India too. Like if we are generally like speaking with each other, we try to like prefer speaking in Hindi. So many people like still like to speak in Hindi in the northern region at least, and then afterwards you have your regional languages there too. So that is absolutely false, that if you're moving to a country that you do not have to learn the language, and why is like Germany forcing you to learn German or something.
And I find this forcing comment so ridiculous, because nobody is strapping you to a chair like making you...
And nobody is asking you to come to Germany either. Like if you decide to come to Germany, and you need to know that there are some of these things that you have to deal with in order to build a good life for yourself. Like Germany, if you take a look at the social progress index, Germany is one of the countries with the best quality of life. So you have USA and other countries like put in tier 2, whereas like other European countries like Norway and Sweden, Finland, even Canada is in tier 1 along with Germany. So you can see the difference there, that you can choose one of these countries, but when you go to one of these countries, you of course have to learn the national language.
And one more important thing is that what I was also saying to this guy was that, for example, in Germany, when you go for a job interview, and let's say you only have like B1 or A2 or something skills, and in the interview 100% they will ask you about your German skills, and then most applicants say, because they want to get the job, they say yes, I'm improving I'm planning to do this language test and stuff. Then they end up getting the job, not just because they said they will improve their German, also probably because of other reasons, but that is one very important factor, that they said that they want to improve their German. Also in IT it's important. Okay, maybe you're dealing in English with the clients, but still you have paperwork to do, you have things to file. I know more than enough Indians from working in the Indian consulate who after so many years don't speak proper German, and for every tiny thing they run to the consulates, they run to their German friends, can you help me with this, can you help me with that? And to be honest, if I would have a friend like that and he would constantly get favors from me, and probably I will not get anything in return, I would not be interested in this friendship. And in general, it just looks shameful after a certain period of time to always go to your friends and ask for favors.
Not just that, like when you're like asking for help from some of the friends, like quote unquote friends that you recently made, you have to count your favors. You cannot run to them for any tiny thing that comes across you. And this is a big problem that I see so many people make. And learning German is really not that difficult. I made videos previously where I told you that I was able to learn German from beginner to a B2 level in around 5 months. And it is absolutely doable. There are so many language institutes teaching that. You can do it on your own too, because I was also able to find things online and like watch YouTube videos and so on, and was able to like get to that level rather fast. And the consequence of that was that I was able to really integrate much better into the German society. I was also able to start my business in Germany. I know many other people who are still doing illegal things in Germany. They have their own businesses and stuff, but like they run the businesses in like some of their like parents' name or something, which is very bad. Like you cannot do this. If you're living in Germany and you're running a business, you have to register yourself, and all of these things become much easier if you know German.
And I would like to give one more example. For example, I had a friend, he was Indian, and he was working in Airbus, and he had like, I think B1, but that was like years and years ago. So at the time, his German was not anymore at B1 level, because he was just not improving, he was not giving more language exams, and he was stuck in the same position for I think 6 or 8 years. And the only thing he had to do is just get better in German to climb the corporate ladder. The thing is, I recommend to each and everybody to try to learn German either in India or during your university times, because when you start a job, it becomes very difficult. I worked 9 to 5, And every time I came home, I just was very tired and I had to cook, eat, and then I just wanted to relax. And then learning German after work becomes very, very difficult. So I recommend to do it during university times or back in India. It will be so much more productive and you will be able to achieve so much more like this. Barrel's German is really good, and that was not just like he improved a lot when he was in Germany, when he was speaking with my family and stuff, because both of us only speak in English. Some people are saying, yeah, you have a German wife, of course your German is good, but like we don't speak any German at all. It's only with my family that he speaks German because they don't speak any English. And again, like you will find so many people in Germany who also don't speak any English. And like my family, for example. But they speak German perfectly.
When you're deciding to move to a specific country, you have to be aware that there are some things that you have to do in order to build a good life for yourself there. If you want to come into a higher position, if you want to deal with a lot of clients and you want to be a part of big business meetings and so on, you have to learn German. There is no way around it. This is the reality of Germany, and many people are still able to build a very good life for themselves in Germany because they just put this one extra effort inside. And it is not that it is going to take you ages to learn German. Just count 4 or 5 months and that you will be able to be pretty proficient in German, and you'll be able to just understand everything much better. You'll be able to read, write, and also speak. So focus on that rather than complaining about these things, because the amount of time this guy took out to like kind of write this comment was just like absolutely insane, because he could have used the exact same time to do something about it.
I feel like lazy people, they will find an excuse for each and everything in their life, and they will always get stuck in the same spot. I think learning the language is the least minimum to ask when you immigrate to a country with another national language, and I don't see any problem there. It is possible at any age. My family is a very good example. Some people say, yeah, with age it becomes more difficult to learn a language, but no, it is absolutely possible. My grandparents learned in their 40s and now they speak perfect German. Don't rely on other people. You want to be independent. You want to manage things by yourself. Asking your friends constantly for favors, it will become stupid after some time. Okay, once, twice, but like after more than 2 times, I feel like it will get annoying for them as well. Everybody has their life, everybody has things to do, and you should be independent, learn the language and be able to manage things by yourself. In the end, you are a grown up and you take the decision to come to another country, so I think it's like the least you can do is to learn the language.
So this was pretty much it from our side. I've also listed down a free PDF in the description so that you can understand how you can get started with learning the German language. If you have any kind of questions whatsoever, leave it in the comment section below and we will look forward to reading them. Thank you so much for watching this video. We will see you in the next one.
Bye.